Have you ever started your morning with a sense of overwhelm, as if the weight of deadlines, responsibilities, and worries are all pressing down on you at once? In today's fast-paced world, where endless demands and challenges seem to dominate every moment, it's easy to feel lost in the chaos. But here's the truth. Within each of us lies an untapped strength, a calm resilience that can turn even the toughest days into manageable ones. The secret lies in adopting the right mindset. Stoic philosophy, rooted in timeless wisdom of tranquility and resilience, serves as a powerful guide, a plan of action for navigating life with clarity and positivity. Cultivating a calm, positive attitude isn't about waiting for better circumstances. It's a skill you can develop to overcome life's challenges. A positive outlook becomes the light that makes even the heaviest burdens feel lighter, brings balance to stressful tasks, and instills deeper meaning into your daily life. Life's journey, though filled with obstacles and trials, doesn't need to feel overwhelming. Stoic philosophy offers profound lessons to help you remain composed and optimistic, even when everything around you feels out of control. In this video, we're diving into 7 transformative steps inspired by Stoicism, practical, powerful teachings that will empower you to free your mind, face life's challenges with renewed strength, and rediscover inner calm. Let's explore how these timeless lessons can transform your mindset and bring balance to your everyday life. Step 1. Step outside your comfort zone. Trying new things is one of the most impactful ways to grow and enrich your life, not just by seizing opportunities, but by creating them for yourself. Have you ever thought about the activities, skills, or dreams you've always wanted to explore, but keep postponing? Why not take the first step today? Whether it's something as structured as enrolling in a cooking class to discover your love for culinary arts, or as spontaneous as striking up a new hobby, opening yourself to new experiences brings joy, fulfillment, and valuable lessons. Stoic philosophy teaches us not only to embrace change, but to see it as an adventure. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, challenges and fears are not roadblocks, but opportunities for transformation. Each time you dare to step outside your comfort zone, you learn to overcome fear, embrace uncertainty, and become adaptable to life's inevitable changes. Fear, after all, is often an illusion. It only controls us if we allow it to. Consider the flexibility of a tree bending in the wind. It doesn't resist change, but adapts to it, thriving even amidst challenges. Trying something new prevents life from becoming monotonous and opens doors to discovering passions and strengths you might not have known existed. Personal growth isn't just about external achievements, but about refining your mindset and emotional resilience. As Seneca wisely remarked, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult." By welcoming change, you teach yourself to handle both success and failure with balance and inner peace. So what's stopping you? Life is an adventure full of opportunities to explore, learn, and grow. Whether your step is big or small, every effort is a gateway to a richer, more meaningful life. Face the unknown with courage and watch as the simple act of trying something new transforms the way you see the world and yourself. What's the first thing you'll try today? Share your thoughts in the comments and let's inspire each other to grow. Step 2. Be your own ally. Self-compassion is about treating yourself with the same kindness, understanding, and encouragement you would offer a close friend. Life is full of challenges and failures, but how you speak to yourself in those difficult moments shapes your ability to overcome them. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that self-compassion is not just a form of self-care, but a foundation for resilience and positivity. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This power lies in how we treat ourselves. When you constantly criticize yourself, focusing on mistakes and imperfections, it diminishes your confidence and traps you in a cycle of negativity. But when you approach your struggles with understanding and acceptance, you create room for growth and calm. Think of a time when a friend was struggling and felt defeated. How did you comfort them? You likely reminded them that failure is part of the process, offering words of support like, "Try again, you're capable of this." Why not offer that same kindness to yourself? Instead of being harsh, redirect your thoughts toward positivity and encouragement, saying something like, "This is hard, but I will get through it." To cultivate self-compassion, try adopting practices like positive affirmations. Phrases as simple as, "I am enough," or "I can overcome this," may feel unfamiliar at first, but over time, these gentle reminders can rewire how you perceive yourself. Self-reflection through meditation is another powerful tool. Take a few moments to quiet the judgmental voice in your mind and embrace a gentler, kinder conversation with yourself. Imagine the lessons you could learn and the strength you could build if you allowed mistakes to be a stepping stone rather than a source of blame. By practicing self-compassion, you create a strong, supportive inner voice that helps you navigate life with calmness and clarity. Let me ask you, if you could start being your own strongest supporter today, how much lighter and freer would you feel? Step 3, the strength in positivity. How often do you find yourself asking whether the glass is half full or half empty? This question isn't just about optimism or pessimism. It reflects how we interpret the world and respond to challenges. Stoic philosophy teaches us that positive thinking goes much deeper than simply thinking happy thoughts. It's about taking control of your emotions and thoughts, transforming positivity into a powerful strategy to stay calm, resilient, and clear-headed, even during life's most difficult moments. Epictetus once said, "It is not things in themselves that trouble us, but our opinions of things." This means it's not the events we face, but how we interpret them, that shapes how much stress or peace we feel. Have you ever noticed how two people can face the same obstacle but react completely differently? One crumbles under pressure, while the other uses the challenge as an opportunity to grow. The difference lies in mindset. For example, one friend of mine used to dread feedback from her boss, seeing it as criticism and letting it ruin her confidence. But when she chose to reframe it as a chance to improve and grow, her anxiety disappeared, and she turned those challenging moments into valuable milestones in her career. Positive thinking doesn't deny hardship. It faces it with clarity and purpose. Stoics teach us to focus only on what is within our control, making space for peace while letting go of unnecessary worries about what we can't change. Think of your mind as a garden where you have the power to decide what grows. If you nurture positive thoughts, curiosity, gratitude, and resilience, you build a life filled with strength and optimism. On the other hand, feeding doubts and fear allows negativity to consume your mental space. Seneca reminds us, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he's not permitted to prove himself." Challenges don't exist to break us, they exist to help us grow. When you feel overwhelmed, pause and ask yourself, what is within my control right now? How can I act with intention? By anchoring yourself in the present, practicing mindfulness in small, meaningful tasks, and focusing on what matters, you'll see how optimism becomes your guiding light. So, how can you begin nurturing positivity in your life today? Step 4. The transformative power of gratitude. Gratitude is one of life's most underrated yet most powerful tools, capable of transforming how we see the world and ourselves. According to Stoic philosophy, gratitude is more than just a polite thank you. It's a deeply profound practice that shifts your perspective from what you don't have to appreciating what's already within your reach. Epictetus emphasized, we should focus on what is within our control, and gratitude is exactly that. It directs the mind to acknowledge and savor the good around us, big or small. Think about it. Have you ever stopped to notice how much joy a cup of warm coffee on a cold morning can bring? Or how comforting a smile from someone you care about can be? Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's greatest thinkers, often reminded himself to cherish simple gifts, even things like the warmth of the sun or the sound of wind rustling through leaves. Gratitude, he believed, could help anyone navigate difficult times with clarity and serenity. You might say, it's easy to feel gratitude when life is going well. But what about during hard times? That's precisely when gratitude becomes most valuable. When life feels overwhelming, focusing on small blessings can serve as a lifeline, reminding you of your resilience and the lessons hidden in adversity. Gratitude doesn't just stay in your thoughts, though. It should spill into your actions. Saying thank you, holding the door for a stranger, giving a heartfelt compliment. These seemingly small gestures can ripple outward, building a more compassionate and harmonious world. If cultivating gratitude doesn't feel natural, don't worry. It's a skill, like a muscle, that strengthens with practice. Start by keeping a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. The sound of rain, the cuddle of a pet, or even that moment of quiet before a busy day begins. These tiny daily acts subtly reframe your mindset, helping you see life's richness even through its trials. So I'll challenge you. For the next 7 days, take a few minutes daily to record 3 things you're thankful for. Are you ready to embrace this challenge? If so, say in the comments, I accept the challenge. Gratitude is not just about finding joy, it's about creating it. One moment, one thought, and one action at a time. Step 5. Holistic health for balance. Holistic health is about cultivating harmony between your mind and body, recognizing that they are deeply interconnected and directly influence one another. It's not just about physical fitness or mental exercises. It's about creating a balanced approach to overall well-being. Stoic philosophy reminds us to treat the body as a sacred temple that houses the soul. Epictetus once said, "You are not your body or your hairstyle, but your capacity for choosing well. If your choices are beautiful, so too will you be." This highlights how caring for our bodies isn't merely about appearances, but about maintaining a stable and tranquil spirit. When the body is neglected, the mind suffers. It loses focus, clarity, and resilience. Likewise, when the mind is weighed down by stress and negativity, the body manifests this through tension, fatigue, or even illness. Consider this. Have you ever felt so stressed out mentally that your body felt physically tired or restless? Perhaps you were working long hours without taking a break, only to find your thoughts jumbled, decision-making impossible, and your energy drained. Marcus Aurelius emphasized how important it is to care for both the body and the mind, because each supports the other. Sleep, for example, is not a sign of laziness, but rather a necessary time for the body to recover and the mind to refresh. Rest allows us to recharge and prepare ourselves to meet life's challenges with clarity and focus. It's important to see rest and care not as indulgences, but as tools for resilience. Nutrition and physical activity are two core aspects of holistic health. Healthy eating doesn't just fuel the body, it nourishes the mind, helping you stay calm and focused. Similarly, regular exercise isn't only about improving fitness, it's about breaking through mental barriers and cultivating perseverance and strength. Exercise releases built-up tension and leaves you with a renewed sense of balance. Even small, consistent practices like stretching, walking, or jogging can work wonders for both mental clarity and emotional stability. Just as the body needs movement and nourishment, the mind thrives on reflection and self-awareness. Meditation and daily reflection are vital practices the Stoics valued deeply. Seneca suggested asking yourself at the end of each day, "What have I done today? How did I behave?" This simple practice not only clears your mind, but also enhances your ability to act with intention and patience. Self-reflection helps us manage stress, keeps our emotions from overwhelming us, and enables us to face life's challenges with a calm and steady perspective. Think of your mind and body as parts of a sailboat. The sails, representing physical health, must be in proper condition to propel forward, while the rudder, representing mental clarity, steers the course. Neglecting either could leave you adrift in turbulent waters, whereas maintaining both allows you to navigate life's journeys with grace and purpose. Holistic health, as taught by Stoic philosophy, encourages us to nurture both physical endurance and mental well-being. It's about listening to what your body and mind need, practicing daily habits that encourage strength and calmness, and finding balance in a busy world. So, how can you take care of both your mind and body today? What small changes can you make to align the two and create harmony? Remember, true health isn't just about working harder or doing more. It's about living intentionally and giving yourself the care that allows you to thrive. Step 6. Discovering joy every day. Have you ever paused and wondered, how can I bring more joy into my life? Or found yourself longing for the happiness you once felt in the past? Often we chase joy in distant goals or grand achievements, believing it lies somewhere out of reach. But the truth is, joy resides within us. It's always there, waiting for us to notice. Stoic philosophy teaches that joy doesn't come from life's external circumstances or fleeting pleasures, but from shifting our perspective and finding meaning in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." He reminds us that how we choose to view life directly shapes our ability to experience joy, even in the simplest of tasks. For example, take a moment to consider the little things that brighten your day, but often go unnoticed, like savoring a cup of coffee, relishing the laughter of a loved one, or breathing in the crisp air of a new morning. These moments, though ordinary, hold the power to spark joy if we stop long enough to appreciate them. Consider the story of someone who used to dread their daily commute. To them, it felt like wasted hours in traffic, full of frustration and monotony. One day they decided to change their perspective. They began listening to inspiring podcasts and audiobooks, or simply observing the beauty of the greenery along their route. Over time, what had once been a burdensome chore transformed into a chance for peace and mindfulness, a time they looked forward to each day. What monotonous or dreaded part of your routine could you reframe like this? By choosing to see the value and opportunity in what might seem mundane, you can uncover hidden moments of joy in your everyday life. Another key teaching of Stoic philosophy is the importance of aligning your actions with your values and passions. When your daily activities reflect what truly matters to you, whether it's personal growth, helping others, or expressing your creativity, the joy you feel becomes more meaningful. For instance, someone passionate about cooking might take joy not just from preparing a meal, but from knowing it fuels and nourishes the people they care about. Even when obstacles arise or tasks seem tedious, the sense of purpose behind what you're doing can make the difference between frustration and fulfillment. Still, joy is not about avoiding challenges. In fact, as Seneca once said, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Challenges, failures, and struggles are not joyful in themselves, but they enrich our journey by fostering growth, resilience, and perspective. What matters is how we interpret these experiences, whether we focus on what they've taken or the strength they help us develop. So, how can you find more joy in what you do every day? Start by reframing how you approach your tasks. Whether it's a work project, a household chore, or even an exercise routine, ask yourself, what can I learn here? Or how does this contribute to my growth or the well-being of others? Let even small accomplishments bring you a sense of satisfaction, and challenge yourself to notice the moments of peace embedded in your routine. Joy doesn't have to come from big moments. In fact, you'll find it's those small, thoughtfully embraced moments that create a rich and meaningful life. When you approach life this way, joy transforms from something you search for into something you live. So, tell me, how will you reshape your perspective today to welcome joy into your life? Step 7. The art of setting goals. Setting goals is one of the most effective ways to guide your life with clarity and purpose. Goals provide direction, helping you understand where you want to go, how to get there, and which steps to take along the way. But according to Stoic philosophy, the key to achieving success lies in setting goals wisely, finding a balance between ambition and patience. Goals that are too lofty and unattainable can feel overwhelming and lead to discouragement, while goals that are too easy may lack meaning or fail to inspire you. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts," and this applies when setting goals. Your goals should challenge you not just to achieve external changes, but to foster internal growth, self-awareness, and character development. The true reward comes not from reaching the destination, but from the progress, the setbacks, and the lessons learned on the journey. Think of life as a mountain climb. If your ultimate goal is to reach the summit, focusing on the entire journey at once may feel impossible. Instead, break the climb into smaller, more manageable stages, each with its own milestones and moments of progress. For instance, rather than setting a goal to run a marathon, begin with something smaller, like running 1 mile 3 times a week. Each completed step will not only bring you closer to the bigger goal, but will also create confidence and momentum as you celebrate small wins along the way. Breaking down large goals allows you to approach them with patience and clarity while keeping your motivation strong. What's one seemingly overwhelming goal in your life that you could break into smaller steps? How could that shift in perspective change how you work toward it? Another important lesson from Stoicism is to focus on what you can control, your efforts, discipline, and actions, instead of becoming fixated on the outcome. Results are often shaped by factors outside your control, and obsessing over them can create unnecessary stress and disappointment. By concentrating on the process itself, you'll find a greater sense of satisfaction in knowing you gave your best, regardless of the outcome. This mindset helps reduce pressure and keeps you grounded in the present, building resilience to handle challenges along the way. Patience is also essential when working toward meaningful goals. Just like a mighty oak tree doesn't grow overnight, progress takes time. Growth is built steadily through deliberate action and dedication. Celebrate the process instead of rushing to results, and remind yourself that every small step forward matters. Remember, life isn't just about crossing the finish line. It's about enjoying and learning from every moment of effort and discovery. So what's a small, specific goal you can set for yourself today? Whether it's learning a new skill, creating healthier habits, or working toward a larger dream, choose something realistic yet meaningful that reflects your values. As you work toward your goal, keep in mind one of the core Stoic principles. You can only control your actions, not the outcome. Let this thought free you from unnecessary stress and allow the journey to become your ultimate reward. By viewing each step with patience, appreciation, and effort, you'll discover that the path you take is just as important as the destination you reach. We've explored timeless principles like trying new things, practicing self-compassion, embracing gratitude, and setting achievable goals, all practical steps to build inner peace and resilience in a modern, chaotic world. Now, it's your turn to reflect and take action. How will you start applying Stoic wisdom to your daily life? What practices help you stay calm and positive during tough times? Let's keep the conversation alive. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else on their journey to self-growth. If this video brought value to you, don't forget to like, share it with friends who may need a little extra positivity, and subscribe to Stoic Philosophical Community for more empowering content. Together, let's transform our minds and our lives with the wisdom of Stoicism. Be sure to check out the next video waiting for you. We've saved more impactful lessons to guide you forward. Stay calm and see you next time.